Ooh, we stream. All right. Welcome to today's picks. It's what is today? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday the 9th. We've got some. We've got a few basketball games on today on the NBA slate. Nothing too crazy. Nothing I'm drooling over, but there is still plays to be made. So we're gonna start off with the first game of the day. That's the Hornets versus the Pistons. To be honest with you, that's two crap teams playing. But with that being said, Charlotte did just beat the New York Knicks. Was it 2 days ago? So 2 days ago, Charlotte pulled off a crazy win after the Knicks were just going on a roll, beating people left and right. Um, so they're laying 4.5 points. I don't know how much I like that. I wouldn't really take the spread. I'd probably take the money line. The money line was sitting at, whenever I started this, minus 160. That's not bad. I mean, you're still gonna. That's not too crazy to where, like a Milwaukee Bucks money line is gonna be minus 500. You're gonna get a minus 160, which is okay. I would not. Me personally, I'm not taking the straight bet. I'm going to parlay both of those bets. I'm gonna parlay, and I'll show you everything. All the bets today. I'm not taking any individual bets. I'm gonna parlay everything, even though I am thinking about taking Knicks money line, but we'll get to that game later. But for right now, Hornets Pistons. From what I've seen, I'm gonna take the Hornets. I'm parlaying them with the last game of the slate, just so I can possibly hedge my bet if I need to. So that's gonna be the first game. I'm taking Hornets over the Pistons. Pistons are terrible. They're ridden with injuries. They're arguably their number one scorer, Bogdan Bogdanovic. I think that's how you say his name, but he's now out with an Achilles injury. Not looking good for them at all. On prize picks, though, I do believe that there was a couple of picks that I put on there. I have, let's see. Yes, I do have one pick. That is Mark Williams, who is the Charlotte Hornets center. I have him less than 9.5 rebounds. Everything that I do on Prize Picks is positive EV. I might make a video on how to find that without having to use positive EV tools, because who wants to pay 10 to $100 a month just to find positive EV picks that may or may not hit, versus you can just find them yourself. I don't know. Me personally, I like being on the grind. I like finding my picks. I like doing the research. I don't necessarily love having stuff handed to me, but that's just me personally. So Mark Williams, less than 9.5 rebounds. I can't tell you exactly what the line was, but it was it was a good value play. On to the next game, Pacers Rockets. Pacers Rockets. I am obviously going to take the Pacers. It's the Rockets. They're tanking for Wabanyama. They are the worst team in the league. Maybe the Pistons might be worse. If the Pistons and Rockets played, I'm putting my money on the Rockets. Maybe the Spurs are worse. Those three teams are terrible. Bottom line, those three teams are just tanking. They're terrible. They do have a lot of young talent. Maybe minus the Spurs. They got rid of Jakob, even though he's somewhat young, somewhat not. I don't know. But back to the Pacers Rockets. The Pacers they're laying 9.5, so that is a high line for a team that, yes, they have been very good as of late, but also, I don't know. I have a gut feeling that 9.5 is a little bit too high. You can see over there the Bucks are laying 9.5 against the Nets, but the Bucks are a certified team that is a certified contender. I don't know if I'd put the Pacers as a certified contender in the East. But with that being said, I'm still taking the Indiana Pacers money line at minus 4,500. Parlaying them with Sacramento gets me to even money. So I believe for that one, I can go check real quick with the Pacers money line and the Kings money line. Yeah, I mean 10 for $11. Parlay the two teams together, 10 for 11. I like that. Me personally, I like that. That's a minus 450 and then a minus 135, and I always have the opportunity to hedge because they're playing the Knicks. Even though the Knicks did have a bad game, I'm still lenient on that. But parlay, you'll be able to hedge. I'm fine with that. Um, Also, with that Pacers Rockets game, there is a couple of those player props that I looked at, and I did end up taking, I believe, one. Yeah, I took one. I took one today, and that is Tyrese Halliburton over 36.5 points, rebounds, assists. He's been tearing it up the last few games. I don't have the exact numbers pulled up, but I know that I think he's almost dropped more points in some of those games than 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists total. They're playing arguably the worst. They are playing statistically the worst defense against point guards with the Rockets. They give up the most points, most assists, and I don't know about rebounds, but I want to say they give up the most rebounds as well. Tyrese Halliburton, unless they just sit there and straight blow them out in the first half, I see Tyrese Halliburton getting over that. Tyrese Halliburton might get over that in the first half. That's how positive I am in this pick. Plus, as I said, all prize picks that I take, they're all going to be positive EV. That was positive EV, and it made sense. That was a lock for me. I would lock that in. I would take 36.5. I also took that on my sports book. My sports book had that line at, I mean, it was $5 for $4. It's a solid pick. I really do think that pick will hit. Unless they blow them out, they pull them, and then it is what it is. But we're gonna move on to the next game: Magic versus Jazz. This was a game with the Magic laying 3. The Magic have been playing good basketball. I will say that they have been playing good basketball. I personally don't watch too much of the Magic or the Jazz. I don't. I remember I used to watch Lauri Markkanen for a little bit at the beginning of this year. Lauri, he's like baby Jokic. He's like Jokic 2.0. He just lays points, rebounds, assists. He's a triple threat. Um, I don't have any picks for this, like team wise. I don't have Magic laying 3. I don't have Jazz money line. I don't have any of that stuff. In my personal opinion, if I were to take a pick, I'm taking the Magic at 3. I'd take the spread, even though the money line's still minus 150. If you want to, I don't know if you're able to same game parlay that, but if you can, do it. When it comes to player props for that game, Magic and Jazz, I don't think I have any. No, I don't. So I'm steering away from that game just because those are two teams I don't watch personally. I do know that the Magic are playing really good basketball, and I know the Jazz have been just shipping out whoever's good, except for Lauri Markkanen. They're just getting rid of all their talent. They're in a complete rebuild right now, even though somehow, if I remember correctly, they might be in the play-in, which is insane. But yeah, Magic have tons of young talent, tons of potential to eventually, hopefully, some of those players take a couple steps in the later in a couple years. 1-2 years. Hopefully, some of those guys they start to step up and really become somebody. Moving on to the next game, Warriors Grizzlies. This will be a fun game. Warriors Grizzlies will be a very, very fun game with Draymond Green talking crap. The Grizzlies put a target on their back. I mean, nobody in the West can. I'm not worried about nobody in the West. Mr. John Morant, he's that just brought all the attention to the West. Ever since he said that, Kyrie came, Kevin Durant came. Sacramento started just winning games left and right. I mean, it was a dumb statement to make. That's you put a target on your back, and you really pissed off some of those guys. So for that game, I took the Warriors money line. They're laying 2.5. I do see that being a close game, so 2.5 is not horrible. Once again, you're only getting another they're only adding 40 more odds on top of their spread versus money line. If you're really wanting to get the best odds, go ahead and take the spread. Me personally, as I said, I took the money line. I took Warriors plus obviously Kings again. Um, but yeah, this will be one hell of a game to watch. That might actually be the game that I watch tonight. I mean, obviously, I'm going to watch a couple of them, but that might be the game that I don't turn off. When it comes to prize picks, I did take a lot of picks for this game. So uh, we have Dylan Brooks less than 2.5 assists. He's not Dylan Brooks is not getting it done. He just isn't. And then we have Desmond Bane less than 34.5 PRAs. Desmond Bane wants to score 12 points a game and have 0 rebounds, maybe a couple assists. 34.5 is very high. All these are positive EV. I've said it several times, but those I believe we're gonna have two more picks I got to go over for prize picks. These are all 2-leg parlays. I'll make a video about that too, but we'll get on to the next game. Bucks Nets. This one is an interesting one, but not in the reasons you think. Bucks, I believe they're full strength. I believe they have Giannis. I know they have Drew Holiday. I don't know if Middleton's back. I want to say he's not. I can look real quick on prize picks, but I want to say he's not. Let's look it up. No, yeah, I don't believe Middleton is healthy, but it is what it is. The Bucks have been winning without him. The Bucks have been winning without Giannis. The Bucks have been winning without Drew Holiday. The Bucks are just a well-rounded team. They have depth. They have superstar talent. The Bucks have it all, and I think the same thing of the Nuggets. Even though the Nuggets lost yesterday to the Bulls, and to be honest with you, the Bulls are a weird team. The Bulls are just like my Dallas Cowboys. They're just like my Dallas Mavericks. Sometimes they look like the best team that's ever graced the court or the field, and then some games they just cannot string together anything. They just take stupid shots. They miss their shots. They don't try on rebounds. They don't try on defense. There's a lot of that stuff that happens with the Bulls. But if the Bulls get everything strung together in one night, the Bulls look really, really good. But back to the Bucks Nets. The Bucks, 9.5-point favorites. I do not like that spread. And the reason is the Nets have been playing. I honestly want to say they're playing more consistent. I know they're playing more consistent basketball without KD and Kyrie, but I honestly almost want to say that they're playing better basketball than when Kyrie and KD were there. I've been watching them. They don't really have like a certified bona fide number one scorer. Maybe you could say Cam Thomas is that, but honestly, Cam Thomas has just been. He had those few games where he was dropping 40 a night, and he's not dropping 40 a night anymore. We'd still be hearing about it. But they play exceptional defense ever since my Dallas Mavericks traded away Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie. Maybe Spencer Dinwiddie's their number one scorer. But they play good defense. They play good basketball. They get good rebounds. I mean, I think they're severely underrated, and they just get I watch in the playoffs. They will surprise somebody. I guarantee you, they will surprise somebody. But I'm still taking Bucks money line. I'm not taking the spread, and the reason I'm taking Bucks money line is because I can parlay that once again with Sacramento. I can parlay them with Sacramento, and I'm getting even money again. If you're telling me I can do $10 for $11, Bucks beating the Nets and the Kings, I can possibly hedge that bet. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that all the time. I'm taking the Bucks no matter what, and I'm putting the Bucks on any parlay I do. Let's look on to the next game. Kings Knicks. Kings are laying 2 points. I don't think I've looked too much at the injury news. I think I did for slightly. Excuse me. Let me look it up real quick. The Kings injury. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Kings injury report. I know. My goodness. But I know De'Aaron Fox was injured. No, he's not. So the Kings are back at full strength. Pretty positive the Knicks will be at full strength too. Um, they've been at full strength other than no, it says that Jalen Brunson is questionable. He's questionable for Thursday. He was out against the Hornets. They lost. I'll be interested to see what happens with that. To be honest with you, I'll be very interested to see what happens with that. Um, so let's go take a look back at Prize Picks because I want to say I had a couple of them, a couple guys on this game for Prize Picks. Sorry, this is taking a little bit. Computer's going a little bit slow now. Go to my entries. I know I did have Sabonis' PRA number over. That's not a bad one. I had Kevin Huerter hitting over a 0.5 of a free throw. Kevin Huerter's been having really good games. I understand that's because, De'Aaron Fox hasn't been in, but I mean, if Kevin Huerter's going to be dropping 20 something a night, he'll hit a free throw. He'll get himself one free throw. Yeah, we also had Sabonis over 36 points, rebounds, assists. That's another value play. But yeah, I mean, all around, just I would say decent value plays. Also, I'll be coming out with one of those. I will be coming out with one of those videos talking about Prize Picks and what you should and shouldn't do. Me personally, I do not like Prize Picks, but it's good to have multiple sports books, even though it's not really a sports book. But I'm giving it a chance. I'm just trying to get in the works, trying to figure everything out, get in the lab. You know what I'm saying? Get some good things going for me. I think other than that, I think I've gone over all the bets that I have for today, and good luck to y'all. I think there's some ones. This is some games that you can say, you could pinpoint those and be like, yeah, this is a win, this is a win, this is a win. And then there's some of them that I think, like for instance, Hornets Pistons. Take Pistons money line. Take the chance. You might win. They might win. That's two crap teams going against each other. You never know what's going to happen in those games. Magic Jazz. You could take Jazz money line. Who knows? Lauri Markkanen goes off, goes crazy. Who knows? But those are my picks for today. Lots of good value coming on. And if you watch this, let me know down below what your picks are, what you think. Any suggestions on what I could do to improve, the podcast. This is the first time I'm doing it. And leave a like. Hopefully turn notifications on. That would be crazy because, you're gonna get my opinion. I don't know how much my opinion is gonna sway you. I hope you take all these picks with a grain of salt, but also understand that, especially with the Prize Picks, that I'm finding value, and I'm going to teach y'all how to find value too. But with that, I'm going to head out. I appreciate y'all for watching, and don't be an idiot with your money. Don't go to the live betting. Don't do that live betting. It's how you lose money. All right.